The Atlantic League champion York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by PeoplesBank, WellSpan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dent's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from PeoplesBank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to games number 116 and 117 of York Revolution baseball. Tonight we play two here on a blazing hot night in downtown York. The Revs hosting the Road Warriors. Two big games. It doesn't feel like September baseball in the air anyway, but it certainly is. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Michael Mark Antonini. Welcome to Revs baseball. The playoff push continues tonight with two chances for the Revs to get into the win column. A pre-scheduled single admission doubleheader here tonight as the Revs host the Road Warriors. And Michael, a big win last night in the series opener, 4-1. Mitch Atkins was outstanding. We'll hear from Mitch between games. We'll hear from Mace between games as well. But tonight, something's going to happen standings-wise because the Revs are playing two, and Somerset's playing two over in Lancaster as well. There's a lot to keep an eye on tonight.
Yeah, you just got to hope for a Revs sweep and a Patriots sweep, and then within one day of baseball, a lot could change within the standings, both for a potential wild card spot, the division in that Liberty second half. So a lot can happen, but the Revs have to take care of business first. But last night, a great win, a low-scoring game, one that didn't feel as low-scoring as it was, but Mitch Atkins was awesome. He was great from the start. I loved what I saw from him. He was really locked in. After that leadoff double, he started mowing the Road Warriors down. After that 2-out, 2-strike homer he gave up, 11 in a row retired after that. So it was really good to see him getting multiple grooves throughout the night and just not even keep the Road Warriors off balance because he was overpowering them with the fastball, more so blowing them away than keeping them off balance, and it led to a 10-strikeout night.
Well, the Revs have won 8 out of 10 coming in. They take the field for Game 1, Joe Van Meter against Alberto Rodriguez. We'll listen in tonight on our national anthem.
Fans, please rise, remove all cover, and welcome April Harrison for the performance of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave, and the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Our national anthem here tonight as the Revs and Road Warriors get set to play 2 here from PeoplesBank Park. Revs have taken the field for tonight's game. Again, it's Joe Van Meter against Alberto Rodriguez in game 1. And the Road Warriors lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. Osvaldo Martinez will lead things off tonight. He is at short. He is the one that, really the only one that gave the Revs any issue in last night's game. Melvin Rodriguez at second base will hit second. Batting third at third base is Edwin Gomez. Jose Ruiz, the designated hitter, is batting in the cleanup spot. Jorge Fernandez in right field will hit fifth. Geraldo Valentin at first base is batting sixth. Daniel Aldrich in left field will hit seventh. Hermindo Escobar does the catching and bats eighth, and Matt Hibbert is in center field hitting ninth. Again, it's Martinez, Rodriguez, Gomez, Ruiz, Fernandez, Valentin, Aldrich, Escobar, and Hibbert facing Joe Van Meter. For the Revs tonight, against Rodriguez, they will have Alonzo Harris in center field leading things off. Alexi Casillas, second base, bats second. Melky Mesa is back and activated. He is DHing, hitting third. Talvin Nash in the cleanup spot at first. Isaias Tejeda will catch and bat fifth. Wellington Dotel in left field is hitting sixth. Jared Mitchell in right field bats seventh. Ryan Dent, the shortstop, hitting eighth. And Henry Castillo at third base will bat ninth. Again for the Revs, Harris, Casilla, Mesa, Nash, Tejeda, Dotel, Mitchell, Dent, and Castillo for the Revs. And Joe Van Meter ready to go as he makes the start tonight. 4-3 with a 3.68 ERA. In August, he was 2-0 with a 1.16 ERA, 23 and a third innings, 11 outings, 2 starts. That includes the 7-inning complete game against Lancaster in a doubleheader a couple of weeks ago. In fact, 2 weeks ago to the night. As Martinez digs in, our Dasher Investment Services first pitch, it's right there for a strike, and our doubleheader is underway. 5:33 is when it's thrown. Martinez hitting .248, hit his 7th home run last night, 3 for 4, also doubled. 0-1, and he swings, hits one in the air, shallow toward the line and left. Castillo chasing back from third, it's foul. And Dent on a dead sprint got close as well, but just out of his reach. Dotel coming over there also from left. And it landed right basically in the middle of the 3 down in the Road Warriors bullpen. No out yet, but it is a second strike.
All 3 did all they could right there. Dent probably had the easiest angle to it, but even for him dealing with that bullpen over there, not easy. And it's not just the bullpen mound over there, both of the home plates in that bullpen area. You can slip on those with your cleats. It's not an easy play at all.
Van Meter ready. Martinez back in there. Everybody back defensively. And the 0-2 swing and a fly ball torqued way foul. He almost hit it backwards over the third base side of the stadium. Road Warriors are in the red Rawlings jerseys tonight. Revs are in the traditional home whites. The board says 98 degrees here at the start. Mostly sunny, some partial cloud cover here and there. Van Meter ready, delivers, and a breaking ball in the dirt away. That's the first ball that he's thrown. Tejeda blocking that.
You know that board out there said 100 earlier. About 20 minutes or so ago.
I bet if we had a board in here, it would say 100.
A 150 maybe?
The heat index, 103. Van Meter ready, the 1-2. Swing and a pop-up, and will this be playable? Tejeda back toward their on-deck circle, but he's out of room. It lands right in the second row. Hops up the stands. That board does get beaten with sun. I think it's maybe more like in the 93 range. But at any rate, that's our weather, brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. And never let the facts get in the way of an impressive story. I wrote 98 down in my book. Van Meter fires, swinging a foul tip. He just got a piece on a breaking ball there.
Because you wrote 98, it is 98 degrees. It will forever be in the book as 98.
There was one playoff game in September 2 years ago where it was mid-90s, but for this heat in September, just crazy. Van Meter ready from the belt, and again pumps it home. And a line drive just out of the reach of Dent at short, base hit to left. Dent going to the backhand, thought about leaving his feet, but couldn't quite reach it. Leadoff single and a great at bat. Martinez was behind in the count the entire time, but would not go down.
Osvaldo Martinez has had a bunch of good at bats so far through the first game last night, and then this AB against Van Meter here. Van Meter and him were battling. Martinez got the better of it, but Joe has shown that he's around the plate, and even with a guy fouling off some, he can still come back with pitches in the zone. That's good to see.
Now Melvin Rodriguez, left-handed hitting second baseman, batting at .240, 4 homers. And the first pitch, he watches a strike come in. Our plate ump tonight is Nate Caldwell. Derek Moshe at first, Manolo Alejandro at third. Van Meter ready at the belt. Here's the 0-1. And a bouncing ball to second. Alexi is there. He'll feed Dent, and the turn to first is in time. 4-6-3 double play. That'll clear him off with 2 down as the Revs get the dead double play ball off the bat of Rodriguez.
Easy turn right there for Alexi and Dent up the middle. Good job by Joe to be able to get that ground ball, something that Rodriguez is only able to chop pretty weakly out to second. That's just what Joe needed right here in the first. Hopefully that sets the tone the rest of the way.
Now Edwin Gomez, switch hitter, stands in. First pitch, it is down low. Base is empty, 2 outs. Revs coming in tonight 9-4 against the Road Warriors this season. There's the 1-0 and a foul tip into the net. Road Warriors 10-42 in the second half, overall 27-88. But you just never know. They have come in here and won 4 times this season. It is not easy to win both games in a doubleheader. 1-1, and it's fouled off third base side. The Revs 28-23 in the second half now, 60-54 overall. 18-10 since August 4th. That includes wins in 8 of the last 10. Van Meter fires, breaking ball down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Van Meter went all 7 2 weeks ago. And then against Long Island over the weekend, 5 scoreless in his most recent start, and that was Friday. 2-2 and a foul back upstairs. That capped his month of August, which was outstanding.
He just looked really locked in all month long in August, and that's the time of the year where you want to see a guy really putting things together. Joe's done that each of the past 2 years. Last year, incredible numbers, really from the All-Star break on at the end of the year, and this year took a little longer to get going, but he's been awesome.
Pitch is right there, strike 3 called. Gomez knew it, bent right down to unhook his gear, and Van Meter nails the mitt and marches off the mound. A strikeout to end the first. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. At the end of a half inning tonight, it's the Road Warriors nothing, and the Revs coming up.
Show your patriotism and Rev spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack. 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
There are few situations more stressful than having someone else's well-being in your hands. That's especially true when you're providing senior home care for a member of your own family. The team at Visiting Angels is committed to providing families with the best possible in-home care services. We'll help your loved one continue to live at home and help you find peace of mind. Locally RN-owned and nationally known, Visiting Angels is America's choice in home care. Specializing in dementia care for adults and their families, our team will help with bathing and dressing assistance, medication reminders, errands, shopping, light housekeeping, meal prep, friendly companionship, flexible hourly care, and respite care for families. Senior Home Care by Angels. Visiting Angels is hiring qualified caregivers. Call our York office at 717-751-2488. That's 751-2488. Or online at visitingangels.com.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
No score, Revs come to bat against Road Warriors right-hander Alberto Rodriguez, native of Havana, Cuba. He is 6'1", 225. He's built solidly, has a blue glove that he uses. Revs will see him for the first time. 7 starts, he's 1-4 with a 5.21 ERA, 38 innings, 48 hits, 18 walks, 32 Ks. His opponents have hit 324 with 5 home runs. Revs had not seen the Road Warriors since July 26th. A series that was rain impacted. Only played 2 games, and that was on one day, as another couple of days were washed out. So Alonzo Harris will lead off the night for York. Rodriguez with his first pitch of the evening. It is swung on, smashed into left, a leadoff base hit. Zoe wasting no time. He jumps on the first one, and he's a problem for third baseman in particular because Gomez was up on the edge of the grass, respecting the speed, and Zoe just blisters it right past him.
He's been aggressive since he joined the club in early August. It's good to see Harris smoke a ball right there. And if I'm Gomez, I'm not playing up. I'll give him the infield hit on the chopper. I'm making sure my head doesn't get taken off.
Yeah. Here's Alexi. And a move, and Harris is back standing. Alonzo came in tonight batting .275 in his 24 games played. He's over there with 8 steals. He'll draw another throw and lunges back. Revs have Mesa back tonight. He was away for a couple of days, but he's on deck. That'll put Dotel back to the 6th spot in the order. As Alexi awaits. And Rodriguez, another move, 3 in a row, and that one fairly close, but Harris dives in, and they're going to call a balk on Rodriguez, and Harris will go to second base. The pitcher trying to ask what he did. He demonstrates it to Nate Caldwell, but Caldwell not buying it, and I'm not sure if it was that he didn't come set all the way and pause. Well, he doesn't have to if he's making a move over to first. That's only if he's coming home. I'm not sure if, I thought I heard Caldwell say something about a tap. I don't know if he tapped his foot. But Harris is at second. It's a balk. And now we'll have the first pitch to Alexi finally, and he bunts, and it bounces high off the dirt. Rodriguez in, picks up, throws, no chance. Bunt base hit for Casilla. He'd have been wise to hold it. At that point, Harris goes to third, and it was right between the pitcher and catcher. It seemed like they were in slow motion getting to it. And Rodriguez then tried to stand all the way upright, throw it completely overhand, and it took forever to get there. Casilla was well through the bag.
It's a great bunt right there. The situation presented the opportunity for Casilla to bunt. And the fact that bounced up in the air a couple times, like also you said, Hermindo Escobar and Rodriguez on the mound took a while to get to it. Really just no chance to beat Casilla with his speed.
And now Mesa, first pitch is swung on and missed. He might be anxious to get back in there. He goes after a first pitch slider. He's hitting .326, 17 homers, 74 driven in. Average is 5th in the league, just behind Alexi, who came in 4th at .328. And he has a hit. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, hit high in the air in center. Revs are going to lead at 1-0. Hibbert is back deep in center field, makes the catch. Alexi will go part way, draw the throw into second, and Harris tagging from third will come all the way home. 1-0 York, and Melky Mesa with the sac fly RBI to center, his 75th run driven in of the year.
We hadn't seen an RBI in a few days from him. A little bit of a drought, but that's good to see him being able to drive one out to deep center, one that's going to score Harris easily. Give the Revs an early lead. That's what you got to do. Get guys on, take advantage of whatever happens, like in this case a balk. Alexi gets him over with a bunt and reaches himself, and then you get the run in. That's good baseball.
Now Mesa second in the league in RBIs, now 3 off the pace. Here's Talvin, first pitch breaking ball, caught the outside corner for a strike.
And the man he's chasing, Blake Galen, has played in a good 20 more games than Melky. I think even more than that. So Melky's been much more efficient driving in runs.
Yeah, Galen, 112 games, Mesa 88. Throw to first, Alexi dives back. Casilla a threat to run as well, 14 for 17 in steals. Now York on top early in this 7-inning game tonight. Now Nash at the plate, .365 with 9 homers, 26 ribbies in 28 games. Long set, 0-1. It is a fastball and a called strike. Rodriguez came in with it. Now, if you want to go in on Talvin, you've got to get it in. After a long hold trying to keep Alexi on his heels. Talvin with like seafoam green bat handle tape.
Matching the color of the infield right now.
Yeah. All the rain has caused a fungus, unfortunately. And the rain in the tarp. Pitch to Nash, swing and a miss. He chases a slider in the dirt, blocked by Escobar. And with first base occupied, he's out right away. 2 down in the inning. And Tejeda coming up. Had a chance to meet Papa Tejeda before the game. He was here from the Dominican Republic for a couple of weeks, watching his son play. Heard from him just how to pronounce Isaias. I'm close. I don't know if I'll ever do it.
Yeah, probably
like him.
Yeah, probably never gonna be able to do it as well as a native speaker, but you've had to practice over the last year and a half.
Yeah. Now the first pitch, breaking ball, it's a called strike.
Or 2.5 years. This is Tejeda's 3rd season with the team.
2.5, yeah. Unfortunately, this one was a little bit interrupted, but he is thrilled to be back, hitting .273 in his 13 total games. Rodriguez ready. And fires, and it's outside. He's being careful. Can't blame him with these big right-hand hitters. A lot of sliders away. Rodriguez previously was in the American Association with the team in Cleburne, Texas.
There's Gabe Suarez's team down there.
Oh, yeah. A 1-1. Breaking ball in. Tejeda spins away. And Gabe is now the top assistant. They have Rafael Montalvo earlier in the year, no longer around. Chris Trivett was doing player pitching coach duties, but he's now in the DL, so now it's Julio DePaula who's helping with that. 2-1, slider down low. Revs a 1-0 lead here in the first, and Tejeda's about to get a big hitter's count. See how good of a pitch he gets to hit. Cleburne, a fairly new ballpark, but it's a much smaller stadium than an Atlantic League park, so it was not an option to pair with Sugar Land. 3-1, swing and a miss. He had a good rip at it, and he'll get another one. Casilla will be off and running, 3-2. Escobar reminds the infield of that. Revs scoring on the Mesa sac fly. Rodriguez, born on Christmas Eve, 1991. He is 26 years old. He holds, now fires, and it's outside. Good eye. Fastball just off the plate, and Tejeda patiently works his way on. Ball 4, and that'll give the opportunity to the next man in line, Wellington Dotel, with 2 men on base.
Just keeping the line moving any way they can. That's what the Revs have done. It'd be nice to tack on an extra one here in the first, go up 2-0 after 1. The Revs have already put the pressure on Rodriguez in this game, and prolonging this inning is only going to help that.
Now here is Dotel hitting at .310. It's a chopper in the air out beyond right center. First pitch is down low, and it's snuck through Escobar. Quickly races back to recover, just a couple of steps behind him.
That's only the 14th pitch that Rodriguez has thrown this inning. It feels like he's up over 20.
Yeah. Revs have had 3 base runners against him. Dotel at 300 overall, 310 with York. Now look back, 1-0, and a foul tip to the backstop. Big hack from Dotel, and Rodriguez might have taken a little off. Want to say hi to Revs fans Trey and Leah Himes, who are tuned in on their way to soccer practice tonight. Hot night for that.
Yeah.
Hydrate.
Bring the water jugs.
Rodriguez ready. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Got Dotel to reach for that. He's really slowed his pace down with men on base. Although we haven't seen him without men on base, so maybe this is it. But guy slows it down like that. I wonder, as a hitter, maybe you chase because you get impatient, you want to hit. And Dotel will ask for time and back out.
He's got a pretty good slider. It sweeps across the zone, so that's going to be tempting regardless, even if it's not thrown for a strike because of the way it comes across.
Now ready, the 1-2. Threw it again, missed down and away. That is the pitch that he is leaning on the heaviest here in the first inning.
Well, maybe not that pitch right there. That was never going to be a strike. But it's a hard slider right there, so one that can get swings and misses on.
Earlier this year, he was also with the New Jersey Jackals in the Can-Am Association. 3-5 with a 6.17 ERA there. 11 starts. Now look back at second, fires, and a slider breaks away. Good eye from Dotel.
Rodriguez has really been around the map this year.
Yeah. Last year, he did have 3 starts with Sugar Land, performed pretty well.
He truly is a road warrior.
Originally in the Royals system at rookie ball for a couple years. Now he's ready. Runners will have the head start. 3-2. And a line drive off the glove of Valentin at first. It's into right field. Casilla in to score. Tejeda goes first to third, and Dotel delivers. A line drive single clipped off the end of the first baseman's mitt. It's 2-0 York on Dotel's 55th run driven in of the season.
Well, it's good to see Wellington go the other way with that ball, being able to hit it with authority the other way as well. 2-out runs are big, and it's important that the Revs were able to tack another one on there.
Inside out swing, and he hits it hard when he does that. Maybe the best opposite field hitter in the league. The Revs with 3 hits in the first. They lead it 2-0. Here's Jared Mitchell. First and third. And the pitch, it's outside. Dotel fake going, and that got Escobar to come out and fake a throw. I don't know if he's trying to sell and make them think that he would throw down to second if Dotel runs, and maybe he actually won't. Or if he did think that Dotel was still running on that, but he had slammed the brakes faking it. Mitchell hitting .275, 5 home runs. His next RBI will give him 40. On the 1-0, swing and a fly ball the other way, down the line and left, but this will be foul. Nestled in around to the edge of the seats into the Road Warriors bullpen.
Yeah, we'll take 4 next time.
Only a couple sitting down there just yet. Our second game tonight will be Robert Carson against former Rev Mariel Checo. He's back in the league, been a couple of years since he had a pretty impressive start in York as a swingman, but unfortunately came down with elbow problems, needed surgery. Rodriguez stares in, comes set with it. The 1-1. It is just off the corner away. Good eye from Mitchell. Escobar held it there. Also a Cuban native, an all-Cuban battery tonight for the Road Warriors. Revs a 2-0 lead here in the first. Mitchell trying to make it an even bigger first inning. Now moved to first, Dotel back standing. And he is a threat to go, has 20 steals, 19 with York. Last year in Sugarland, Rodriguez in 3 starts, a 1.69 ERA. It's only prior Atlantic League action. Fires, breaking ball, fouled down against Mitchell's foot. He falls right to his back knee. And he'll walk that one off for a moment. 2-2.
No, that hurts right there.
Mitchell, a guy who unfortunately very early in his pro career as a White Sox first-round pick, he had a really bad ankle injury. He actually ran into an outfield wall in a spring training game and suffered ligament damage. So he had to deal with that pretty much before his pro career really got started. Outstanding 2-sport athlete at LSU.
It's unfortunate. You see that with a lot of guys. High picks, or even regardless of where they're picked, promising talents, injuries hurt. But he's had a pretty nice career for himself. He's torn up this league in the past. You can't really put a number on, put really a number on his value out in right field, what he does defensively every night, and also having that bat in the lineup.
Now he'll climb back in, 2-2. Rodriguez the pitch, breaking ball, backdoored it, strike 3 called. A slider gets Mitchell looking. That was a tough at bat considering the foul off his foot. But the Revs scored twice in the first. They do it on 3 hits, 2 men left. We'll go to the second inning in game 1 of this double dip. It's the Revs 2, the Road Warriors nothing.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Revs Time meets School Pride on Saturday, September 15th. It's High School Spirit Night at PeoplesBank Park, presented by UPMC Pinnacle. Cheer on your school and the spirited on-field performances of area cheer squads in the penultimate game of the York Revolution's 2018 season. Then stick around for the last fireworks show of the season, launched from center field. High School Spirit Night, Saturday, September 15th. Get tickets before they're gone. Visit YorkRevolution.com or call 717-801-HITS.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the second inning, 2-0. Revs are in front. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard tonight, Lancaster and Somerset playing too. So as that progresses, we will certainly keep you updated. Long Island will be hosting New Britain, and Sugarland is at Southern Maryland. Well, Joe Van Meter had a long wait. That was a lengthy bottom of the first inning with Rodriguez paced. And Joe, who allowed a leadoff single in the first, but then got a double play and a strikeout, faced only 3. He'll face the cleanup hitter Ruiz up first and fires a strike in at the knees. Jose Julio Ruiz, if you remember from Camden in Southern Maryland, his full name. Pitch is swung on and missed. Good changeup, down and away. And Ruiz is hitting .290, 3 home runs. That's since joining the Road Warriors after playing in Mexico earlier this year. It's the 0-2, and it's fouled off left side. Tonight, between games, we'll hear from Mace. We'll hear Michael's conversation with Mitch Atkins as well. Mitch was on point again last night, threw a gem. Another 0-2. And a line drive down the line and right. Mitchell's going to have to play this off the wall. Short hops it. Hard carom to him. He'll turn and fire, but a little bit off to the shortstop side, and Ruiz will get there standing. It is a leadoff double to start the second inning, and the Road Warriors have managed a leadoff hit in each of the first 2 innings tonight.
They smoked that ball. That's what's going to happen. Look, the Road Warriors have some guys that can stroke it in this lineup. We saw last night Osvaldo Martinez had a good game, but no one else did. Van Meter's shown that he can work around leadoff knocks like that and get in his zone.
Now, Jorge Fernandez hitting .238, 11 home runs. Is second on the team to Gustavo Pierre's 13. Pierre not in the lineup in game 1. First pitch, it is a little bit high. On the first, it was a leadoff single that was erased pretty quickly on a twin killing. This time, it's a leadoff double. 1-0, and a ground ball toward first. Oh no! It's called fair by Nate Caldwell at the plate, and Ruiz is around third to score. Fernandez is into second standing, and Mace is going to come out and ask him to get some help. He was trying to jump out from the plate and see that. Telvin Nash at first stands there with his hands to his side like, what? Now the problem is the other 2 umpires are way off first base, so how are we going to get help on this?
I don't think you're gonna. I don't think they're gonna, because I mean the umpires have to be where they are because it's a 3-man crew and not a 4-man crew like you'd see in the major leagues. But and at that point, I guess it is up to Caldwell. I don't know how he can change that, but that's unfortunate because it looked like a foul ball.
Oh. I mean, from here it did not look close. I'm not trying to be rough on him, but...
Well, our replay monitor is not cooperating tonight, so we're not going to be able to see it because it's glitching. We can't even see the picture on it.
You can turn it off if you... I mean, it's worthless. Unless you like a bouncing picture. Here's Valentine. First pitch fastball. It's a called strike. So it stands an RBI double, back-to-back doubles, and the Revs lead is 2-1. I mean, from here it did not look close, and you could hear the reaction in the stands, just the collective groan. But there's no help on that. Here's a line drive to left field. Dotel was deep. He'll come in, and he'll squeeze it, and on the run, he guns it to second. Short hop past Alexi, but Nash is there to back things up. A line drive to left, caught for the first out. There is one down in the second inning.
I like the aggressiveness from Wellington, trying to throw behind the runner there. Nash a good backup. But that's big for Joe to come back, get a first pitch out after 2 doubles. This is nothing he hasn't seen before. It is unfortunate, though, because it's not a clear hit that beats you. It's one that was a judgment call by the home plate umpire because the first base umpire is not there. So that's unfortunate because the run scored that way.
Here's Daniel Aldrich, who swings and misses on a first pitch fastball. He is the K-man tonight, and Van Meter blew that one right past him. On the stretch, the 0-1, and a swing and a pop-up foul. This will sail back, way up in the air and out of play. Aldrich, a 185 hitter. Van Meter quickly up 0-2, looking for an early serving of Maz sticks tonight. Revs leading at 2-1 here in the second inning. Now Joe set to the belt. The 0-2, fastball up and away. Aldrich did strike out a couple times last night. He has played in 30 games. Had been in the American Association. Now ready, the pitch, and a foul tip to the backstop. Van Meter, that hard fastball in on the fists. Foul tip back. Van Meter tonight is 10th start of the year. Had one against the Road Warriors in June. They actually got to him for 5 runs. He deals, and it misses up and away, 2-2. His last 2, though, after being out of the rotation, have been awesome. He had the complete game win, and then 5 scoreless on Friday night against Long Island. This is his first outing in September after a spectacular August. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Chased it in the dirt. Blocked up the line toward first by Tejeda. He will tag him out before Aldrich can run by. Fernandez does go to third base. It'll be a strikeout and a wild pitch, but that's out number 2 in the inning.
Big pitch. Good one down in the zone right there. Aldrich really had no shot at it. The Revs have overpowered him in the series. Good job by Van Meter to get that strikeout.
Now here's Armindo Escobar, the catcher, batting .216 with a home run in 33 games since joining them. First pitch, fastball, called strike. Tying run at third with 2 outs. 2-1 York here in the top of the second tonight. Now the 0-1, swing and a miss. Fastball elevated. Escobar could not catch up. He also previously with Cleburne in the American Association. A little pipeline from there. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a pop foul out of play, first base side. I mentioned Gabe Suarez had been there, and Gabe played for the Road Warriors among many, many teams previously in his Atlantic League playing days. He is now Ellie Rodriguez, right-hand man on staff. Van Meter the stretch and delivers. Fastball right there, strike 3. At the knees, froze him, inning over. Back-to-back strikeouts. Van Meter with 3 total, and he retires the final 3 after those leadoff doubles. The one was questionable, and it gets the Road Warriors on the board, but the Revs a 2-1 lead as we go to the home half of the second.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Revs lead at 2-1. We go to the home half of the second inning. And York will send Dent, Castillo, and Harris to the plate here this inning. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wise Markets, York Water Company, and Twin Pine Country Farm Store. Well, Ryan Dent has been dialed in. Last night, another bomb. Absolutely crushed a home run to left field. His third in 4 games. All over the nemesis. He's hit 7 over the big wall. Out of the 11 that he's hit at home, he's hit 11 of his 15 this season at home. And the first pitch of the inning, breaking ball high off the glove of Escobar and back to the screen. The Dent now batting .267 overall. The home run last night gave him 50 RBIs for the year. Then he added an RBI single later in the game. He's got 51 driven in. Rodriguez grips it, winds, fires, and a foul tip back to the net. Rodriguez, who stands somewhat angled toward third and has the glove up high in front of his face and out away from his body as he gets his sign and starts his wind-up. Gomez coaching at first this inning. Pitch, slider, breaks away. And a good time to check out our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report this inning. Gomez left after 1 pitch last night. Rodriguez into his wind. He lifts, fires. It's down low, 3-1. We'll hear from Mace between games, but we did ask him on the show, and he said that Gomez has been dealing with a little hamstring thing. Mace didn't think that his stride looked very good. Got him out of there to protect him last night, but he is fine. It's just something that they've been monitoring. 3-1, and it's down and in. Dent, a leadoff walk. Now, the Revs have had the leadoff man reach in each of the first 2 innings. That'll bring up a red-hot Henry Castillo. Last night, 1 for 3 with an RBI double. So he's now hit safely in 10 of 11. 14 of 16. Hitting up around 380 the last 16, up around 450 the last 11. Overall, he's at 294 with a home run, 14 driven in. The switch hitter will bat left this time. Rodriguez to the plate. It is outside, ball one. Also in our injury report, Tyler Clark was activated from the DL yesterday with that finger. He has since been fully cleared. Luis Cruz is out on the DL rest of the year with the hamate bone surgery. On the stretch, the 1-0 and a foul back to the netting. The Revs have Jonathan Sanchez and Junior Rincon out with their own tendonitis cases. And then, of course, Frank DeGiulio Jr., Jay Goss with elbow injuries. Now, ball and a strike on Castillo. Dent held over at first by Valentin. And here's the 1-1. It is up and away. Again, we don't know what Rodriguez's pace might be with no base runners because he's had them on all night, but it is methodical.
Yeah, it really is. Slow and steady, I guess.
Here's his 33rd pitch, and it's off the plate away, 3-1. Well, he really is kind of nibbling. He's walked two, but he's really trying to stay away from these hitters. Now Castillo will back out, adjust the batting gloves. Revs leading at 2-1 in the second. Now Rodriguez ready. And the pitch. Swinging a high chop at first and fair down the line. And Dent will head to third. It goes all the way to the corner. Castillo at second. He's going to third. Dent's going to score. And it's still just now being thrown in. Castillo at third, a stand-up triple. And the Revs lead it 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. A hard chop, base hit. High off the dirt over the first baseman, Valentin, and all the way into the corner in right.
That's the most exciting play in baseball right there, a triple, especially with a guy on base. Dent scores easily. Castillo just keeps hitting. And a break goes the Revs' way. The last inning had that questionable call, fair foul down the first base line. This time, clearly a fair ball, but a chopper that gets over the head of Valentin. You can thank the infield a little bit for that one. But that dude just keeps hitting. It's fun to watch.
Now the infield in for Harris, and he rips one, same spot into left field again. This time it brings home a run, and Castillo trots across. It is 4-1. Alonzo Harris, an RBI single, and he has seen two pitches tonight and has ripped base hits to the exact same spot past the third baseman.
Staying aggressive, getting the bat head out in front, being able to really turn on it, get the hips out in front, yank it to the pull side. And I'm sure Harris's eyes lit up there with the drawn-in infield.
So he's on at first. Here's Alexi, who bunted for a hit in the first inning. Now 4-1. Rodriguez to the plate, and a check on a pitch up and in. He was trying to avoid, and they appealed to second. Manolo Alejandro said no swing. Well, that triple for Castillo last night, we had Tejeda hit a single like that. High chop over third. Castillo tonight with a triple in that fashion, or I guess that was a couple nights ago that Tejeda did that, but long set, 1-0, and a ground ball right side. That'll get through past the backhand of Valentin. Harris keeps on running, checks over his shoulder. He'll dive in at third, and Gomez made a fantastic pick on a short hop throw in the dirt to save a run for now, but it's 1st and 3rd again. Nobody out here in the second inning. Casilla grounds it through into right. He's 2 for 2, and the Revs with 6 hits already.
Casilla making a run at that league batting crown. The average just keeps climbing for him. 2 more hits already. Hitting is contagious. I've had multiple guys in interviews that I've done, pregame interviews, tell me that it truly is contagious. When one guy's hitting, the next guy follows, and so on and so forth. But that's not just something people say. It happens. When a few guys get on a roll, everybody starts picking up on it.
Now Mesa. Rodriguez the pitch. Breaking ball darts away. If he gets a hold of one here, he'd be instantly tied for the league lead in RBIs. He got his 75th on a sac fly in the first.
Sounds like a plan to me.
He's second in the league in that department. Now ready, here's the 1-0. And that's up high. He'll leave it. Revs leading it 4-1.
I'm sure Mesa's itching to get back into the swing of things, get a couple pitches to drive after being away from the team for a few days, missing 2 games. And effectively, they worked as off days for him.
Now the 2-0 swing, and he pops it up foul, backing out of play. Rodriguez not giving him a fastball there. That was the slider. Mesa is still leading the league by a healthy margin in slugging. He had 29 RBIs in 28 games in August. Now the 2-1. Swing and a line drive, right center field, toward the gap. It is in for extra bases. And that's going to give him 2 more ribbies. Harris scores. Here comes Casilla. Mesa's going to third with a stand-up triple. He drives in 2 more, and the Revs lead it 6-1. Here in the bottom of the second, he has not missed a beat. He's driven in 3 in the first 2 innings tonight, and he's 1 off the league lead in RBIs, number 76 and 77.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mesa takes the lead tonight, the way he's swinging the bat. That's just a really good approach, staying to that side of the field, driving it to the gap. Triples alley pretty much out there. 2 3-baggers in the inning for the Revs.
That is his 4th triple on the year. And what a start for the offense. Hit number 7. Here's Nash. Infield will come a couple of steps in with Mesa at third. Rodriguez the pitch. It's a called strike. Outside corner at the knees. No outs in the inning.
You know that, Darryl, is a 3-bagger with swagger.
Yes.
Just coasting into third. I mean, Mesa, I was surprised to see him already halfway to third when the ball was getting thrown into the infield. He turned on the jets. And Casilla was flying from first.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Slider. Good one from Rodriguez. He's at 43 pitches on this scalding hot night. No outs in the second inning. Revs have scored 4 this inning. After 2 in the first, they lead it 6-1. Now Rodriguez the stretch. Setting up away the 0-2. And he hit his spot. Strike 3 called. Nash is rung up. They had him looking for those sliders perhaps. And then it hit a perfect spot with a fastball to get the K. It's the first out of the inning. That is his 3rd strikeout and the 2nd time that he's gotten Telvin here tonight. And here's Tejeda, who walked his first time. Revs with Mesa at third, 1 out. They will leave the infield back. First pitch, it is down and away. They are just looking for outs, trying to help Rodriguez get through a second laborious inning here early in this game. Now the right-hander ready. And the 1-0. Fastball a little low. Mesa with 41 extra base hits, which is one off the league lead. A couple days ago, he was pacing the circuit in extra base hits. Certainly has a chance still to lead the league in that department. Now ready, the 2-0. And a rip on the ground, that'll score him. Right there at second is Rodriguez toward the middle. He'll handle it and throw to first, but it's an RBI for Tejeda on the ground ball to second base. Mesa in to score, 5-run inning, and the Revs lead it 7-1 here in the second.
Another good approach by Tejeda, knowing all he needs is a ground ball to get that run in, and the Revs keep tacking on. That's what you have to do to put away a team early, is keep tacking on, and it's been pretty easy for the Revs here in the inning.
With this lineup, does there have to be less than 2 weeks left?
Right. I mean, it feels like this team, could just do this for another 2 months.
Here's Dotel. First pitch slider is a called strike. They have become a juggernaut. Dotel an RBI single in the first. Nobody on now, the 0-1, and a ground ball got in on him. It's fisted down to first. Valentin's got it, foot race, and he got Dotel by a step. Rodriguez did not get over to cover. Dotel saw that and sped it up trying to get there, but the Revs score 5 in the inning, 4 hits, 2 triples, nobody left. What a start. We go to the third in game 1. Michael with the play-by-play, the Revs with a 7-1 lead.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your play slip, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on. Come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
We go to the top of the third inning from PeoplesBank Park. It's the Revs 7 and the Road Warriors 1 in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Game 2 of this 4-game series. Joe Van Meter was given a 5 spot on top of the 2 spot he got in the first inning. So he now has 6 runs to work with. The Revs lead at 7-1. Van Meter, another night where he gets a ton of run support. And he'll look to roll with that. The last time he pitched in a 7-inning game, he went the distance. That was a couple weeks ago against the Barnstormers in the game here at PeoplesBank Park. The Road Warriors will go 9-1-2. Hibbert, Martinez, and Rodriguez, the 3 due up against Van Meter in the third. Matt Hibbert in center field tonight. He was there last night as well. Went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. So who didn't go 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts last night? Mitch Atkins struck out 10 in 7 innings. First pitch to Hibbert. He fouls back off the hands to the netting. It's 0-1. 7 runs on 7 hits, no errors for the Revs. 1 run on just 3 hits, no errors for the Road Warriors. The Road Warriors' lone run came in the top of the second. Leadoff double from Jose Ruiz, then a RBI double on a questionable call down the first baseline from Jorge Fernandez. Hibbert checks on a high fastball. No swing, says the first base umpire Derek Moshe. 1-1 the count. The Revs got 2 runs in the first inning. They didn't waste any time scoring. Mesa had a sac fly, Dotel an RBI single, and then 5 more runs in the second. They sent 8 to the plate. Van Meter's 1-1. Hibbert laces it foul down the left field line. That one over the Nacho Hut on the concourse out there. Count goes to 1-2. Well, that 5-run second inning for the Revs started with a Dent walk. Then Castillo tripled him home. Harris singled Castillo home. Then Mesa, 2 batters later, tripled home Harris and Casilla, and Tejeda got the last run in on an RBI ground out. Van Meter ready. The 1-2 pitch to Hibbert. Fastball right there on the outside part of the plate. 1 up, 1 down in the top of the third. 4 strikeouts in the game for Van Meter. Hibbert will just walk back to the dugout after taking that one looking. Van Meter has gotten his last 3 outs all on strikeouts. He's retired the last 4 he's faced. And with 1 out and no one on, here's the leadoff man, Osvaldo Martinez. 7-1 Revs lead top 3. Martinez, an excellent night last night. Was a triple away from the cycle, went 3 for 4. First pitch to him, fastball misses a little bit low, 1-0. Martinez had 3 of the 4 Road Warriors hits last night. He led off the game with a double off the Nemesis. Solo homer to left center after that. 1-0 pitch. That one misses outside as well. It's 2-0. Then after grounding out to short in the 9th inning, he singled. Finished the night 3 for 4. It's the average up to 248 now. 250 now after the single in the first inning. 2-0 pitch coming from Van Meter, but he'll step off. Wants to go over the signs again with Tejeda. Van Meter getting squeezed in this AB with Martinez on the 2 pitches that he's thrown. 2-0 coming from Joe. Here it is. That one right down the chute for strike 1. It's 2-1. Game 2 of this doubleheader, for anyone wondering, will start about a half hour after Game 1 is completed. 2-1. Changeup misses inside. 3-1 on Osvaldo. The Revs won last night's game 4-1. Pitchers duel early. The Revs pulled away. 4-game sweep of the Road Warriors would put the Revs in a really good spot moving forward. 3-1 to Martinez. Misses low. Ball 4. A 5-pitch walk to Martinez. That brings up the 2-hole hitter, Melvin Rodriguez. Melvin made an error on a ground ball that Jared Mitchell hit to him out at second base last night. Mitchell then eventually scored what at the time was the go-ahead run, turned out to be the game-winning run on Henry Castillo's double. So the walk to Martinez, the first of the night for Van Meter. Rodriguez swings at the first pitch and drives one out to deep right. Mitchell going back, he won't get there. It 1 hops the base of the wall in right. Martinez being held up at third. Rodriguez stops at second. It's a 1-out double for Melvin Rodriguez, and the Road Warriors set up with runners at second and third, and only 1 out here in the third. Rodriguez picked on the first pitch he saw, drove it, took it to the pool side. Mitchell in right was playing at normal depth. That's not a ball that he had a chance to catch. He played it well off the bounce, as he does so often out there. And now with runners at second and third, it's Edwin Gomez, the third baseman. 3rd double of the game for the Road Warriors, 4th hit overall. Revs holding a 7-1 lead in the top of the third. It's Martinez on third and Rodriguez at second. Revs will keep the infield back with a 6-run lead. Castillo, the third baseman's even with the bag at third, playing a bit off the line. First pitch to Gomez, a cue shot off the bat, foul. And the count goes to 0-1. Opponents have hit .283 on the season coming in against Van Meter. He's been really consistent against both lefties and righties. .282 against righties, .286 against lefties. Been a swing guy for the Revs since the start of June. He's done really well in a back-and-forth role. He told me the other day when I did a pregame interview with him that he doesn't, and it's obvious he doesn't have a set defined role, and he's been able to run with that, knowing that he could be starting or going right back to the bullpen, vice versa. 0-1 pitch to Gomez, fouled off. It's 0-2, and part of the reason Van Meter's been so successful is because he's been able to keep in the back of his mind that it could be a few appearances out of the pen in a row. He could have to make a spot start. He knows he's the guy that if the Revs need a spot start at times, it's going to be him pretty much. And right now, probably going to finish the year in the rotation. He's set on the mound. Runners at second and third, 1 out. The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball right center field. Harris chasing after it. Camping under it. He makes the grab on the run. Tagging and scoring easily from third is Osvaldo Martinez. Going from second to third is Rodriguez. But Gomez retired for a loud out number 2. The Road Warriors cut it to a 5-run deficit. The Revs still lead, though, 7-2 now after the sac fly. But Gomez gave that one a ride. Lonzo Harris just out there gliding in center field, making the grab on the run like a wide receiver. So a productive out for Gomez. He gets the run in. Another run is 90 feet away. Melvin Rodriguez at third. And now with 2 outs and the DH Jose Ruiz due up, Paul Fletcher will make a visit, talk things over with Van Meter and Tejeda. Revs lead at 7-2, top 3. They put up a 5 spot in the bottom of the second after scoring 2 in the first. This inning, Van Meter started Hibbert off with a strikeout, struck him out looking. Then Van Meter walked Martinez. Rodriguez doubled to set up second and third. Then Gomez brought in a run with a sac fly to deep right center. And the ball was driven out there pretty deep, but there was never a question that Harris was going to get to it. Not only did he get to it, he was just gliding to it. Had a chance to probably camp under that, but caught it on the run a little bit. Dude just flies out there. Here's Jose Ruiz. Doubled to lead off the second, then scored on the Fernandez double after him. Revs up by 5 at 7-2 in the third. 2 outs and a man on third. Leg kick and the pitch from Van Meter. Fastball over for a strike. It's 0-1. Van Meter comes set again. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. To his left. Dent dives but can't come up with it. It's into center field, a base hit. 2-out RBI single for Jose Ruiz, and it's now a 7-3 game. Well, Van Meter got a ground ball right there. Dent did all he could to get there, but it was just out of his reach. And Jose Ruiz continues his solid game. He's now 2 for 2. This time gets an RBI. So the Road Warriors have added 2 runs in the inning. Van Meter looking to limit the damage to just that. Brings up Fernandez, who hit the double on the questionable call down the first base line last inning. He takes a ball outside, 1-0. 7-3 the score. Road Warriors 5 hits now in this one. There's a swing and a miss on a changeup low in the zone. It's 1-1. Well, Jose Ruiz came into the game hitting .304 in 6 games against the Revs. He now is 9 for 25 against York this season. That was his first RBI. Changeup misses outside. 2-1 on the batter, Fernandez. It's a hitter's night at the ballpark. 10 runs and 12 hits combined in this one already. 2-1 coming to Fernandez. Van Meter offers it. Fastball misses high and away. 2-1. 3-1, excuse me. Van Meter's thrown 52 pitches. He's looking to get out of the third inning. One more pitch could do it. Man on first and 2 outs. The 3-1. Fly ball, but that's foul out of play, and the count goes full. So Ruiz will be in motion from first base. See what Van Meter comes with the count full. Open stance in the box. The 3-2. That one misses low and away. Ball 4. Second walk of the inning for Van Meter. And the Road Warriors have first and second now with 2 down. So the 7th man of the inning, Geraldo Valentin, comes to the plate. He lined out to left in the second inning. 0 for 1. Valentin did not play in last night's ball game, given the night off, a regular for this Road Warriors club. Valentin hitting .295 in 12 games against the Revs this year. He's 13 for 44 with 5 RBIs against the Revs. First pitch to the first baseman is a little bit low. It looks like Van Meter's getting a bit squeezed on that low strike. The zone has been pretty small for Nate Caldwell. 1-0. Fastball misses outside. It's 1-1. Or 2-0. 7-3 Revs. Top of the 3rd inning of 7. Both these games 7-inning games, with it being a doubleheader. Revs have played in 10 doubleheaders this year. 2-0 coming to Valentin. He fouls that one back into the netting. It's 2-1. 7-3 lead for the Revs, top 3. First and second with 2 outs for the Road Warriors. And the Revs have swept 2 doubleheaders. They've been swept 4 times in doubleheaders, and they've split a doubleheader 4 times. 2-3-1 in doubleheaders at home. The second half of the year has been doubleheader central. Valentin skies one out to deep right field, but that's going to get out of play foul, and the count evens up at 2. This is the 5th doubleheader of the second half for the Revs, and 10 doubleheaders in a season is a Revs record. Well, this now 11. 2-2 pitch coming to Valentin. Swing and a miss. Change up low and outside corner. Van Meter pulls the string on it, and he gets the Revs out of the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on in the frame. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's the Revs 7 and the Road Warriors 3.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Wealth is the ability to feed 100 stray dogs.
Turn empty parking lots into playgrounds. Watch your child walk down the aisle.
As Henry David Thoreau once said, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we help our clients identify their ambitions, dreams, and financial goals and develop actionable plans to pursue their passions and interests. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help you fully experience life. Visit us at wealthofknowledgeyork.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gauls. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, it's the Revs 7 and the Road Warriors 3. The Road Warriors got 2 more runs on 2 hits in the top of the 3rd against Joe Van Meters. The Revs offense We'll go back to work against Alberto Rodriguez, the right-handed starter for the Road Warriors. 2 in the first, 5 in the second for the Revs. Here's Jared Mitchell to lead things off in the bottom of inning number 3. The only man not to bat in that 5-run second for the Revs. He struck out looking to end the first inning. Rodriguez taking his time on the mound. Wind up and the pitch. Fastball misses outside. It's 1-0. 7 runs on 7 hits for the Revs. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Road Warriors. Van Meter has thrown 59 pitches through 3 innings tonight. It's not been economical, but he's gotten the job done. One misses high to Mitchell as well. It's 2-0. Van Meter has looked really good with the fastball. The fastball, the velocity's up. And a nice changeup to strike out Valentin in the 3rd inning. 5 Ks through 3 innings for Joe. 2-0 coming to Mitchell. That misses inside. It's 3-0. Well, Daryl, I love the blue glove from Rodriguez, but got a double header here, and Rodriguez is pitching like we got all night.
Oh man, first time we've seen him. It is slow, the pace.
3-0 pitch. Mitchell taking all the way. Takes low and inside, ball 4. Rodriguez can't find the zone against the Revs right fielder. That brings up Dent, the shortstop. Man on first and no outs for Dent, who walked and scored the first run in the second. Got that rally started.
Well, he's not quick with nobody on base. Just watching him with that plate appearance with Mitchell, but now he might really, really slow it down, especially with Mitchell being a steal threat.
Here's Dent. He's tied for 8th in the league with 15 home runs. Another one last night. First pitch slider on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Dent hit .318 with 4 homers, 15 RBIs, and 5 doubles in 24 games in August. One of a handful of guys that had a standout month of August. One of 5 Revs that hit over 300 in the calendar month. Open stance for Ryan, and the pitch. Line drive center field. Coming in on it is Hibbert. He won't get there. It drops in front of him on one hop. A single for Ryan Dent, and the Revs have 1st and 2nd with no outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Daryl, that ball's hit pretty hard there, but it sort of looped down at the end, and that's a tough play for a center fielder to judge off the bat.
Yeah, a little bit off the end of the bat, and if you don't see that or even hear it, I mean, you're a little leery to sell out and come all the way in the event that it's really smoked. It could be over your head on a misread, but Revs have had just base runners all over the place tonight. The collective on-base percentage in this game is through the roof.
7-3 Revs, bottom 3. Here's Henry Castillo, the guy that nobody can seem to retire over the last couple weeks. He's on a tear. Runners at 1st and 2nd for him. He sends one off the end of the bat into left center. That's down in front of Hibbert. It gets past Hibbert in center. Mitchell will score easily. Dent's chugging for 3rd. He stops there. An RBI double for Henry Castillo. He now has 2 RBIs and 2 extra base hits in the game, and it's an 8-3 Revs lead. Can anybody get this guy out, Daryl?
Doesn't look like it. He continues to rake. He's up over 300 now, and he's killing the ball, and even on one like that where it's a little off the end of the bat, he finds the opening. And Hibbert had one of the most awkward attempts there going toward left center. He stopped. I thought it almost looked like his leg buckled and his foot stayed behind as he tried to hit the brakes. He's fine, but it was not a pretty slam of the brakes from the Road Warriors center fielder trying to cut that ball off.
Well, player pitching coach Julio DePaula out for a chat on the mound with the Road Warriors' entire infield. The Revs lead at 8-3 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Henry Castillo just doubled home a run. An off the end of the bat shot to left center. Wasn't hit very hard, but good placement. And the Revs have had their first 3 reach here in the bottom of the 3rd. Mitchell walked. He then scored on the Castillo double. And the guy between them, Dent, singled. He's on 3rd base now. So 2nd and 3rd for the leadoff man, Alonzo Harris. Revs putting a hurt on the Road Warriors. The Road Warriors have put up 3 runs on 5 hits through 3 innings themselves, but the way the Revs are swinging the bat, it might not matter tonight. Castillo on second after his second extra base hit of the night. Den at third. Castillo's hit in 11 of 12 now. And in his last 11 games, Castillo 10 RBIs. No outs for Zoe. Infield stays back. Alonso takes the first pitch of the night for him. He had seen 2 pitches and swung at both. Both were line drive singles to left field, but he finally sees one. The count goes to 1-0. Zoe ready to hit. Rodriguez set on the mound. A look at second. Leg kick and the pitch. Slider misses low and away. Zoe takes ball 2. It's 2-0. Darryl, the Revs have the opportunity to put this game away with a few more runs. They already lead it by 5. They've scored in all 3 innings so far. And with a 7-inning game, they can put it away sooner than later.
And big to get some here. Red Warriors just scored 2, but a Revs answer would really be demoralizing.
2-0 coming to Zoe. Second and third for the Revs. Nobody out. And the pitch. Big cut there from Harris. He comes up empty. Fastball up in the zone. It's 2-1. Two in the first, 5 in the second, 1 so far in the third. Revs already 9 hits. Rodriguez still out there. The Road Warriors have bullpen action though. 2-1 coming to Harris. Here it is. Fly ball, deep left field. That one is going to be... Is that over the wall? It's gone. It just cleared the arch nemesis. Alonzo Harris, a 3-run shot. And the Revs are pouring it on. It's 11-3. That ball looked like it was going to go off the top of the nemesis, but it just got over us. A wall scraper, not distance-wise, but height-wise, a wall scraper.
Well, if that wall is 37.5 feet tall, I mean, it looked like he hit it about 39.5 feet high. A little higher than that, I'm sure, but that was some launch angle, and by some I mean low. That was a line shot that just had the height to clear, but he crushed it as he normally does, and he knew it. He went into a little hop on his way out of the batter's box.
So Alonzo Harris tanks a 3-run home run over the arch nemesis. The Revs have 11 runs in the game. They've put up 4 in the inning, still no outs. Lefty Luis Cruz warming up in the Road Warriors bullpen. Alexi Casilla is the man due up. Armindo Escobar, the Road Warriors catcher, walked back into their dugout. I'm not sure what he needed. Maybe he just needed a drink or to fix some of his gear. But he's walking back out. The Revs have put up a 4 spot in the third. I wish I had seen that ball. It just cleared the nemesis. I'm thinking as that ball was hit, Darryl, that's maybe going 3/4 of the way up and clanking off it. But it cleared.
Yeah, from here it wasn't easy to see at this time of day. Some glare, and with it being hit low, and it was not in the air for long. There wasn't long to see it, but what a huge, huge night.
Second official homer of the year for Alonzo. It should be his 4th, but we can address that at another time. It's 11-3 Revs. They've done it on 10 hits. There's still no outs in the bottom of the third inning. And Ellie Rodriguez is going to take the ball from Alberto Rodriguez. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll reset the scene. The Revs lead at 11-3. Stick with us.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2018 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the new WOIK app.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOIK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Well, the Revs have made this a blowout. It's 11-3 in the bottom of the third inning. They've tacked on 4 runs. They did that against starter Alberto Rodriguez. His night is officially over. Went 2+ innings, gave up 11 runs, all earned, 10 hits, struck out 3 and walked 2. And the Road Warriors will hand the ball to left-hander Luis Cruz. He was an all-star this year and has been good all season. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Alexi Casilla, the first man to greet him. Casilla swings at the first pitch and drills one up the middle, a base hit. Well, the hit parade continues. 11 hits now in the game for the Revs. Casilla and Harris at the top of the order are combined 6 for 6 with 4 runs batted in and 5 runs scored. Harris is 3 for 3, just hit the 3-run homer off Rodriguez before the pitching change, and now Casilla 3 knocks. That one from the right side against the lefty Cruz. And here's the milkman. Darryl, does he have it in him to deliver a couple more runs?
Yeah. Is 6 for 6 good?
Yeah, it's pretty darn good. First pitch to Mesa, takes a fastball over for a strike. 11-3 Revs, bottom 3. A 2 spot, a 5 spot, and now a 4 spot with still no outs in the inning. The first 5 have reached safely. 4 hits and a walk. Mesa thought about it, but checked his swing. Fastball outside, 1-1. This is only a 7-inning game, so the Revs will have potentially 2 less innings to hit than they normally would, as Mesa dribbles one foul. It's 1-2, so that could prevent them from setting some season highs, but with 11-11 runs and hits in the bottom of the third, Darryl, this looks like it could be a record-setting night.
It could
single
be.
Season-wise.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll tell you after this pitch.
Here comes the 1-2 to Mesa. Swing and a miss. Nasty slider on the outer part of the plate. Mesa goes down swinging for out number 1.
I was just thinking, one of the oddities in Revs history, the only 2 cycles that an individual batter is hit for have both been in a 7-inning doubleheader game at home in which the team only batted in 6 innings. So
what are the odds?
Yeah, there could still be some enormous totals, even higher than we already have, put up tonight.
Here's Telvin Nash. He's the only Rev not to reach base tonight. 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs. First pitch to him, fastball high, 1-0. Casilla on first after the single. He wasted no time greeting the reliever, Luis Cruz. Sometimes you take a couple pitches against a new reliever, but Casilla did not need to. He's at first with 1 out. Pitch to Nash, fly ball, shallow right field. Coming in on it is Fernandez. He stumbles out there, but makes the grab. Almost lost his footing. That could have been disastrous, both health-wise and if the ball had dropped, but it is out number 2. So the Road Warriors reliever Luis Cruz comes in after the single, gets the next 2. 2 down. Here's Tejeda.
He is working on a divot out there.
Well, I mean, I was fearing for his health. You could easily tear something or sprain something out there if you lose your footing and knee buckles. Looks like Fernandez is all right. So here's Isaias Tejeda. Walked in the first, bounced to second, but brought in a run in the second. First pitch swinging, foul tipped in and out of the glove of Escobar, the catcher. It's 0-1. It's 11-3 Revs in the bottom of the third. Well, Nash has to get in on the action tonight. You got to believe he will. But everybody else has reached base safely. Tejeda without a hit. but he's been on base. Now he drives one out to deep right center. Hibbert giving chase. He won't get there. It's over his head. It bounces over the wall in right center. An automatic double. That's going to prevent the Revs from scoring another run. Casilla was going to score easily from first base, but because it bounced over the wall, he's going to have to stop at third. It's a stand-up double for Isaias Tejeda. I was just saying he didn't have a hit, but it didn't take long for him to get in the hit column. 12 hits now in the game for the Revs.
Now they are really crushing it all over the place. Another good opposite field swing from Tejeda. We talk about Dotel's ability to do that, but Tejeda's really powerful in that department as well. And Hibbert went into a slide on the warning track, couldn't get there. It's carrying tonight, but the Revs are also squaring it up.
Here's Wellington Dotel with 2 outs and 2 on. First pitch swing, and he misses a changeup there. It's 0-1. See if the Revs can tack on 1 or 2 more here with 2 outs. They lead it 11-3 in the third. An impressive showing tonight against this Road Warriors club. Cruz set on the mound, the left-hander ready. Leg kick and the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, stopped by Escobar. It's 1-1. Dotel back in the box with that open stance. Hands held high. 1-1 the count. Now he steps out. Time called. It's been a long half inning. It's been a long 3 innings so far in this one. Over an hour. Cruz set. Pitch. Slider low and away. Ball 2. It's 2-1. Casilla on third. Tejeda at second. Now Cruz comes with the 2-1. Dotel chops one foul third base line. Polo picks that up and throws it back to the Road Warriors bullpen. No need for a glove there. That was a slow dribbler. Polo, good fielding position for that one.
He doesn't need gloves where he's going.
Polo, maybe the most shorthanded third base coach in the league. 2-2 on Dotel with second and third. The pitch, fastball outside. And Cruz's fastball has a lot of tail on it, especially against right-handed hitters when it's tailing away. So it's an effective pitch because it's one that looks like it's starting towards the zone and then tails off, but that one a little bit too far out of the zone. The count full. Now Dotel asks for time again. This has been a lengthy at-bat. Cruz looks at third, comes set on the mound. Here's the payoff pitch, breaking ball low and inside, ball 4. Dotel walks and the bases are loaded for the man who led off this inning, Jared Mitchell.
Well, this is what this offense can do. I mean, it's not going to be every night, but it can just wear an opponent out and put up huge innings multiple times in a game. I mean, if we could see this 1 through 9 all year, it could be like the type of offense, I don't know, the Red Sox have had this year.
Well, Van Meter's loving it. He's in the dugout. It's been a long wait for him to come back out. He's gone 3 innings and given up just 3 runs. Van Meter's gotten 37 runs of support in 9 starts coming into tonight. Mitchell, a big swing at a fastball from Cruz. He comes up empty. It's 0-1. Well, with the 11 runs of support so far for Van Meter, that's 48 runs of support in 10 starts, 4.8 runs per start. And thank goodness this is his 10th start because that made the math a lot easier. Bases loaded for Mitchell with 2 outs. It's 11-3 Revs. 0-1. Jam shot out to third. Gomez boots it, and the Revs will score another run. An error on the third baseman, Edwin Gomez. Just a slow dribbler, a cue shot, maybe some weird spin on it. It looked like it rolled up his arm, and it went out to short to Osvaldo Martinez, but everybody was safe at that point. So no RBI for Mitchell on the air, and the inning continues.
Yeah, Mitchell's first swing, he was really looking to drive one, and his bottom hand kind of slipped. Maybe maybe even sweating through the batting glove, and didn't get the type of swing that he wanted, but sometimes getting a break works too.
Here's Ryan Dent, the 11th man to hit in the inning. Dent singled what seems to be like 20 minutes ago in the inning, maybe more. And he's also scored a run in this frame so far. First pitch strike to him. The Revs have scored 5 runs in back-to-back innings. They lead it 12-2. They've done it on 12 hits. Tejeda at third, Dotel at second, Mitchell at first after the error. See what Dent does on the 0-1. Here it is, big swing there. He came up empty on a curveball. It's 0-2. This is the 5th time that Cruz has faced the Revs this year. 4th relief appearance. He comes set, bases loaded, the 0-2 pitch. Dent takes low and away, a change up there. It's 1-2. In 8 2/3 innings previously against the Revs this season, Cruz had allowed 5 earned runs. He'd struck out 9 and walked only 2, but the Revs had hit .353 against him. 1-2 the count on Dent. Here it is, breaking ball, chopped foul, third base line, and it's Tejeda, the base runner at third base, that goes to field it. He's got to stay active down there.
Boxing out Polo down there.
Revs looking to cash in on more runs. 2 5-run innings in the game. They've scored in all 3 frames. And again, there is another game to play after this. 1-2 pitch coming. Cruz set. Dent ready. Takes inside. They'll appeal down to first. And no swing according to first base umpire Derek Moshe. I guess it was worth a try. Didn't look like Dent at all broke the plane. But in a long inning, why not? Well, 2-2 now the count with 2 outs. And the base is still full. Dent became the 3rd Rev to reach the 50 RBI mark last night on the solo home run. That was his first RBI of the night. He's got a chance for more here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cruz set. And the pitch, breaking ball, chopped foul. Just got a piece of it, did Dent, and the at-bat continues. What were you going to say, Darryl?
I think Escobar was not happy with Nate Caldwell on that check, and I think his dugout was telling him, no, let it go, because they did get it right on Dent.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch again to Dent. Serves this one into right center field. That's down. 2 runs will score. Tejeda is in. Here comes Dotel. It's a 2-run single for Ryan Dent. The Revs have put up 7 runs in the inning. That ties the season high. And the rout continues. It's 14-3 in the bottom of the 3rd.
I mean, it's got to feel like, how do you get these guys out? If you're the Road Warriors right now, they're hitting it all over the place. Cruz tried to go away. Dent stayed short to it, just served it the other way, and picks up 2 more ribeyes for himself. What a great year he's had.
He's been awesome. That's the 4th time this season that the Revs have put up a 7 spot in the inning. The last time they did it was the 6th inning on August 22nd against Lancaster in Game 2 of a doubleheader here. Now Henry Castillo swings at the first pitch, batting from the right side against the lefty Cruz. And the count goes to 0-1. Castillo, the 12th man to hit in the inning. The Revs lead it 14-3. They've scored 7 runs in the inning. Dotel picks up 2 more RBIs for himself. He hit so well with 2 outs. And now Castillo shoots one foul down the third base line. Mitchell's on third, Dent at first. Tejeda and Dotel came in to score on the knock from Dent. And Darryl, not every ball has been hard hit in the inning, but the Revs are finding the green in the outfield.
Yeah, several have been, but you're right, not all of them. They've gotten some good breaks. They've found open spaces.
Cruz set, the 0-2 pitch coming up to Castillo. Here it is, chop foul, first base side. And the inning will continue for at least 1 more pitch.
I think that game notes computer is already smoking for tomorrow, and there's another game to go.
My tracker sheet, it's just all over the place. So many columns have been filled already. First and third for Castillo. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Popped him up right side of the diamond. Valentin, the first baseman, is under it. In fair territory, makes the grab to retire the side. But the Revs put a 7 spot on the board against the Road Warriors. They lead it 14-3 after 3, and we'll go to the top of the 4th. And Joe Van Meter looks like he'll come back out after that long wait in the dugout. Don't go anywhere. You're listening on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Will I have saved enough for college by the time she gets her driver's license?
How can I ensure beautiful music is always made on the symphony stage?
When I retire, can I take that vacation I always dreamed about?
When life's persistent questions have you seeking answers, turn to Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help turn life's questions into financial plans of action and memorable outcomes. Smith, Mayer & Little, answering life's most persistent questions. Visit us at wealthofknowledgeyork.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
The York Revolution will host Ladies' Night presented by UPMC Pinnacle Friday, September 14th at PeoplesBank Park as we take on the Somerset Patriots with gates opening at 5:30. Ladies get in for free thanks to UPMC Pinnacle. Ladies can pick up their ticket in advance in our ticket office. 1 ticket per woman. The first 1,000 fans through the gates will receive a beanie hat giveaway courtesy of Health South Rehabilitation Hospital of York. The night will include shopping on the concourse from various vendors, discounts in the First Capital Federal Credit Union team store, and a scavenger hunt with prizes. Ladies' Night, Friday, September 14th at PeoplesBank Park.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Michael Click. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball, home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sport.
14-3 Revs, top of inning number 4. Michael Marcantonini and Darrell Henry with you on the broadcast. 14 runs on 13 hits, no errors for the Revs. 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 error for the Road Warriors. The Revs looking to go a season high 7 games over 500 with the win in game 1 of this doubleheader. They're well on their way to doing that. 7 runs on 6 hits in that 7-run third inning, and now Joe Van Meter back to work with an 11-run lead. He faces Daniel Aldrich to start the inning. It's 0-1 after Aldrich swung through a first pitch fastball. Aldrich, Escobar, Hibbert, 7, 8, 9 in the Road Warriors order. Van Meter gets a pop up there, but that's out of play, foul, and the count goes to 0-2. Van Meter has struck out 5 batters through 3. He's given up 5 hits, 3 of them doubles. Only 3 runs surrendered, though, and that's nothing tonight when your team puts up 14 for you, and he gets another punch out there. Fastball up in the zone. The K-man Aldrich can't come up with anything. He's 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs, and Van Meter now with 6 Ks on the night. 1 out, no one on for Hermindo Escobar, the catcher. You got to feel for him. Had to catch that 7-run inning. Felt like an hour out there in the heat. He pops one up. I have some sympathy for him. Back in my catching days, I caught many an inning that went way too long with pitching changes and runs scored and walks. So I know the feeling. But it is extra hot and humid tonight. 0-1 the count on Escobar. 1 out, no one on. Van Meter to the plate. This one chopped to the left side. Castillo cuts it off, throws over to first in time to get Escobar. Henry Castillo has really elevated his play both at the plate, especially at the plate, and also defensively over the last couple weeks. He makes a great play ranging to his left to cut that ball off in the 5.5 hole. That is a ball that Dent probably gets to, but it would have been a really tough play for him. Castillo cuts it off as third basemen are taught to. Makes a strong throw to first. The Revs, for the 4th time this year, scored 7 runs in an inning when they put up 7 in the bottom of the 3rd. They also scored 5 in the bottom of the 2nd, 2 in the 1st, as Van Meter misses to Hibbert to start the AB. 2 up, 2 down, quickly here in the top of the 4th. Hibbert 0 for 1, struck out looking. 1-0 coming from Joe. Here it is, fly ball deep left center. This one is drilled out there. Dotel on his horse, but he'll run out of room. A solo home run for Matt Hibbert. And the Road Warriors tack on one more. It's a 14-4 game as Hibbert circles the bases. A 2-out solo shot. That ball was clubbed. He got all of it on the meat of the bat. But each team has now hit a home run in the game. Harris is homered for the Revs. Now Hibbert, long ball for the Road Warriors. 4 extra base hits for the Road Warriors against Van Meter tonight. But that won't even come close to putting a dent in this score. 14-4 now, but the Revs still working with that double-digit lead. Back to the top of the order, Osvaldo Martinez. Van Meter ready. First pitch of the AB, strike, fastball over the heart of the plate. It's 0-1. Hibbert just hit his 2nd home run of the year. It's his 2nd with the Road Warriors. Did not have any with Lancaster before the trade. Now Martinez swings and misses at that one. So 2 homers on the year for Hibbert. Give him 14 runs batted in, now in 65 games. 0-2 pitch coming up to Martinez. We'll see if Van Meter can get him on strikes. Here it is, breaking ball, misses outside. 1-2. Revs having trouble retiring Martinez in this series. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Went 3 for 4 last night. Van Meter takes the sign from Tejeda, but Martinez calls for time. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Van Meter ready to pitch. Changeup misses a bit low there. And Nate Caldwell has not called the low strike tonight. The count goes even at 2. Game 2 right after this one, whenever or if this game ever ends. Revs have made the most of their opportunities tonight. 14 runs through 3 innings. 2-2 pitch. Martinez fouls it off. The Revs have Daryl and I in the booth checking the game notes in the season high columns every inning. The Revs season high for runs in a game is 19. They did that against the Road Warriors on June 18th. They have 14 so far, and they'll hit at least 3 more times. 2-2 pitch coming up. Martinez spoils it foul. That one hit off the facing of the Road Warriors dugout. Count remains even at 2. The Revs season high in hits is 20. That was also set on June 18th against this Road Warriors club. The Revs 2 triples in this game already ties the season high for triples in a game. They've done that 2 other times, so there's 1 already. Pitch misses high to Martinez. The count runs full with 2 outs in the frame. 14-4 the Revs lead, top 4. Van Meter looking to get out of the inning. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses inside, almost clipped the jersey of Martinez. And Van Meter walks him with 2 outs. 2nd time Martinez has walked, and he has still only been retired once in 7 plate appearances in the series. He heads down to first. Here's Melvin Rodriguez, who doubled over Mitchell's head and right his last time up. Van Meter would love to get through 5 tonight and qualify for this win. But he's got to get out of the 4th first. He went 5 shutout frames in his last start and got the win after the Revs put a hurting on Long Island on August 31st. First pitch to Rodriguez, popped him up left side of the diamond into shallow left. Dent is out, but it's Dotel that's going to call him off, make the catch, and the inning is over. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on in the inning. The Road Warriors get 1 more on the solo homer from Martinez, or by Hibbert, but it doesn't do much. The Revs lead at 14-4. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th next.
hearing that music, especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with tropical shaved ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
This is Logan Williamson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
14-4 Revs, bottom of the fourth inning from PeoplesBank Park. Top of the order, Alonzo Harris, Alexi Casilla, Melky Mesa, 1, 2, 3. The Revs sent 12 batters to the plate in the bottom of the third inning. They scored 7 times. They had 6 hits. Alonzo Harris, one of the big blasts in the game, a 3-run homer over the arch nemesis in the third. He is 3 for 3 with a pair of singles and 3 runs scored along with that homer. He takes a ball outside. 1-0 to start the inning. Luis Cruz back out for another inning of work. He got all 3 outs in the third. 1-0 pitch to Zoe. A tapper to the right side. Cruz picks it up. And he'll just tag Harris out on his way to first base. First time Harris has been retired tonight. That brings up Alexi Casilla, another guy who's 3 for 3. Casilla 3 singles and 3 runs scored. The most runs scored in a game by a Rev this season is 4. Melky Mesa's done it twice. Casilla and Harris both could do that tonight. Heck, they could both score more than 4. So after the 1 unassisted ground out, here's Casilla. Takes a ball outside, 1-0. Alexi, 3 more hits in this one. He keeps racking them up in the hit column. 1-0 pitch, that misses inside, it's 2-0. Casilla came into the game 4th in the league in hitting at .328. He's up to .333. And he now has 128 hits. Takes a strike, it's 2-1. 14-4 lead for the Revs, bottom 4. 7 of those 14, half the runs came in the third inning. Cruz ready to go on the mound. Here's the 2-1. Alexi takes again. That's outside. It's 3-1. Alexi has such a good eye. And he's not going to swing if the pitch is out of the zone. He knows the strike zone so well. And the 3-1 pitch coming from Cruz. Casilla hits a nubber to first base. Valentin has it. He actually boots it at first, but Casilla just half-heartedly jogging down the first base line. It's a 3 unassisted putout, so 2 dribblers off the bat of Harris and Casilla here in the inning, and both easy putouts. Both guys looked like they were swinging out of their shoes there. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Melky Mesa.
It's a funny game. For innings upon innings, you can crush it and then take 2 big swings and hit squibbers like that.
Melky has driven in 3 runs tonight, 77 for him on the year. First pitch from Luis Cruz is a breaking ball called strike 1, and that's a nasty slider from Cruz. Mesa struck out on it his last time up. He's 1 for 2, sac fly, a 2 RBI triple in the strikeout. 0-1 to the Milkman. That's another slider that he swings over. That's just a nasty pitch. Melky's got to be thinking, why me? Why am I the one getting all these sliders?
And I'm wondering why he didn't throw that sooner.
Mesa was 4 for 9 with an RBI and 5 runs scored in the last series against Long Island. 0-2 pitch misses inside. It's 1-2. This is his first game of this series. Was not with the team Sunday through yesterday. Cruz readies the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Slider low and away. Mesa chases. Escobar, the catcher, will have to throw to first on the drop third strike. And he does, and the inning is over. Strikeout, a 2-3 put out. A 1-2-3 inning for Luis Cruz. And the inning is over. The Revs still hold a 14-4 lead as we go to the top of the 5th. Stick with us on the broadcast.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
Hi, this is Steve Navaroli. Join me Saturday mornings at 9 for Central PA Game Day presented by Neighborhood SureSave Markets right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Tune in each week as we break down the latest in high school sports, including Friday night's big games, the week's top performers, and the rest of the sports scene both locally and nationally. Central PA Game Day presented by Neighborhood SureSave Markets, Saturdays at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs up by 10. It's 14-4 York over the Road Warriors. Top of the 5th inning. Joe Van Meter back out to work. He's given up 4 runs on 6 hits in this one. And not his sharpest night on the mound, but he has done quite enough for the Revs so far to get them through 4. He's given up runs in each of the last 3 innings, but his offense has spotted him 14 runs of support tonight. And Darryl, it's a lot easier to pitch when your offense is scoring that many runs for you. And it seems like every night when I'm going through how much run support each starter gets, it's like 7, 8, 14 tonight for Van Meter. It's crazy.
Now, the game is so much individual performance and matchup, but the team aspect, it definitely does work together. Hitting, helping pitching, pitching, helping hitting, taking pressure off the other.
Leading off the inning for the Road Warriors, Edwin Gomez, the third baseman, fouls one into the netting. It's 0-1. Gomez, Ruiz, and Fernandez 3-4-5 for the Road Warriors in the inning. Van Meter looking to get through this 5th inning and qualify for the win. It would be his 5th of the season, and it would be 3 starts in a row with a win. 0-1 pitch coming. Here it is. Fly ball left field. Dotel a couple steps over to his right. He makes the grab on the line drive. 1 up, 1 down for Van Meter in the 5th. A pretty easy out for him there as he looks to settle in. Here's Jose Ruiz, who Van Meter has not retired tonight. A double and a run scored his first time up. RBI single his last time up. Coming into the game tonight, Van Meter in his last 2 starts was nearly unhittable. He'd given up just 2 runs with 13 strikeouts in 12 innings over his last 2 times getting the starting nod. With 1 complete game in that stretch as he misses high and away to Ruiz. It's 1-0. Van Meter came in with the ERA at 3.68. It's risen a little bit, but it's still under 4. He comes set on the mound. Ruiz ready to hit open stance from the slugger. 1-0. That one misses a little bit off the plate. 2-0. 14-4 lead for the Revs, top 5. And Darryl, sometimes You don't need to go out there and throw 6 shutout innings or 7 innings of 2-run ball. What Van Meter's done tonight is definitely satisfactory. 2-0 pitch coming, it's 3-0.
Yeah, pitch to the score a little bit. I mean, you don't want to get out of your game plan, but you want to throw strikes and keep things moving. He's done a good job of front running tonight. Hasn't been his cleanest outing, but it's been a high strikeout night.
Oh, a fly ball, center of the diamond. Harris coming in from center. Ranging over in left center, he makes the grab. Can of corn. Catches it off to his side nonchalantly. 2 up, 2 down in the 5th for Van Meter.
One thing that he can also be happy about, facing the middle of the order here, Ruiz and Fernandez, a couple of guys that he hasn't gotten out yet tonight. Just got Ruiz for the first time, and if he can get Fernandez, that's a little mini accomplishment in the midst of these 5 innings as well, to get those guys the last time facing them.
Here is Fernandez, double and a walk and an RBI tonight. First pitch swinging, sends one foul off to the left side out of play. Well, the Road Warriors have bullpen action. Right-hander Andrew Johnston, the 6'5", 205-pound righty, getting loose. Luis Cruz has thrown the last 2 innings for the Road Warriors. 0-1 pitch sent into center field, right center. Harris trotting back, camping under it. A couple hops in right center. He makes the grab. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Joe Van Meter. Good job coming back in the 5th and getting a shutdown frame. The Revs take their 10-run lead into the bottom of the 5th. It's 14-4. Stick with us.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
To 4, Revs lead, bottom of the 5th inning from PeoplesBank Park. This is only game 1 of 2 tonight, so strap in for a long night of baseball. It's already 7:34, and we're only in the bottom of the 5th, but Darryl, no better place to be than PeoplesBank Park.
No, and you got to savor it. I mean, no matter what the Revs do, they're still going to need some help these final 2 weeks. You hate to see it wind down, but hopefully it goes longer than that, but enjoy what's left. This team is a lot of fun to watch right now, a ton.
Telvin Nash 0 for 3 tonight, leads off the 5th. New pitcher for the Road Warriors. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. It's the right-hander Andrew Johnston. He comes on to face Nash. First pitch to the Revs cleanup hitter is a strike over the heart of the plate, a little bit low, but down central. Nash, Tejeda, Dotel, 4-5-6. 14 runs on 13 hits for the Revs, 4 runs on 6 hits and an error for the Road Warriors. Johnston set on the mound. 0-1 and Nash, swing and a miss at a slider. Well, Telvin's had a tough night. A strikeout swinging, a strikeout looking, and a fly out to right. Only Rev not to reach base safely. 4 different Revs have multiple RBIs in this one. Everybody but Nash has scored a run. 0-2 pitch coming up here. That one's fouled off, and the count remains 0-2. Nash has been in the lineup almost every single day since his return to York on August 3rd. Had a day off last Sunday after tweaking his ankle a little bit in the previous night, but other than that, he has been in there every night. 0-2 pitch coming once more from Johnston. Here it is. That one misses down in the zone. Looked like a changeup. It's 1-2. Alonzo Harris and Alexi Casilla at the top of the lineup are a combined 6 for 8 with 6 runs scored. The bottom two guys in the lineup, Dent and Castillo, combined 4 for 5 with 4 runs scored. The middle of the lineup has also contributed. Nash looking to get in on the party. Revs up by 10. 2 touchdowns to 2 safeties in this one, 14-4. 1-2 pitch. Nash lines one into left. That's down for a base hit. So he does get in on the fun, Darryl, and comes up with a knock.
And he looks to the sky, and now he'll do his dance. He had something for the dugout. They were giving him some garbage about not being involved in things tonight. He almost did like a talk to the hand thing as he ran down toward first.
So every Rev has now reached base safely at least once. Jared Mitchell is the only Rev without a hit. Nash, the only Rev I'd mentioned that hasn't scored a run. Rev's looking to help him out and get him home. Here's Isaias Tejeda. 1 for 2 with a double, a run scored, and an RBI. He's also walked. Revs up by 10, looking to cash in on more runs. They went down 1-2-3 in the 4th. The first inning they didn't score in. First pitch to Tejeda, ground ball to short. This should be 2. To second for 1, Rodriguez over to first in time, a double play. Pretty tailor-made right there. It's the first double play the Road Warriors have turned tonight. 6-4-3 the Twin killing. 2 outs and no one on now.
Yeah, hit pretty sharply, but when it's at the fielder, that only helps them turn 2.
Here's Dotel, the left fielder. 1 for 2 with an RBI single, a walk, and a run scored. 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 7 in the third for the Revs. Pitch to Dotel, that one down. It's 1-0. Well, the 14 runs tonight tie the most runs that the Revs have scored in a 7-inning game. They did that on August 22nd against Lancaster in Game 2 of a doubleheader. Dotel grounds one fair down the third base line past Edwin Gomez, the third baseman, into the corner. Dotel digging for 2. He's making a turn around second, but he'll stop there. The third base umpire, Manolo Alejandro, called that a fair ball. It was close. Darryl, I don't know what your thoughts are on that one, but it ends up as a double for Dotel.
Yeah, it was close. It was right near the corner of the bag, and Gomez started arguing right away. I guess Manolo's view was, and Dotel was out in front of that ball a little bit, so I could see how he could make contact in front of the plate and hook it a little bit, and by the time it bounces and lands, it looks like it's foul, but it might have just crossed on the edge of the bag, but he'll take it. Revs had one go the other way earlier tonight, so don't try to tell those guys that they all even out, but
second hit of the night for Dotel. He's 2 for 3. Here's Jared Mitchell, the lone Rev without a knock. 14-4, bottom 5. With 2 outs and a man on second, Mitchell takes a changeup low for a ball. I'm sure the dugout's got to be giving him some words of encouragement to get this hit. 1-0 the count on Mitchell. He swings and fouls one out of play. It's 1-1. Andrew Johnston, after allowing the leadoff single to Nash, got Tejeda to hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Dotel kept the inning alive with a double. More bullpen action for the Road Warriors. The Revs have James Pugliese warming. Joe Van Meter has completed 5. He is in line for the win. 1-1 pitch, misses inside. Mitchell lifts the hands to get out of the way. It's 2-1. James Pugliese needed just 7 pitches to throw a 1-2-3 eighth inning and get the hold last night. And that was after coming in because of a Gomez injury. He just came in cold out of the pen. Well, Mitchell hits a cue shot to third. Gomez boots it again off his glove. And for the second time in as many at-bats, a cue shot that Mitchell hits to Gomez continues the inning. It's another error.
Boy, he has had a miserable night at third base. And that one did have spin, but he just didn't get the glove up high enough. He's probably looking at the spin, trying to stay on that, and just kind of failed to get the glove high enough as it came up. It was right there for him, though.
First and third now for Ryan Dent, who had a 2-out, 2 RBI single in the third inning. He batted twice that inning, had 2 knocks. Now he hits with runners at the corners and 2 down. Revs leading 14-4, and a line drive right back at Andrew Johnston. He caught it in self-defense. That looked like it was headed for center field. It looked like it was going to be another RBI single, but instead the inning is over. Dent had 22 2-out RBIs on the year coming in. He now has 24. That would have been 25, but Johnston saved another run from scoring. The Revs do not score in the inning. They get 2 more hits. We go to the top of the 6th. Darryl taking back over on the play-by-play with the Revs up 14-4.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I'm spending that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your play slip, like touchdown pass on the 3rd play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on. Come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Chong does it all. He brings us back from breaks. He receives the throws coming in from the infielders between innings. Revs a 14-4 lead as we go to the 6th inning. The 6th tonight is brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. And James Pugliese is in. First pitch is fouled back by Geraldo Valentin. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. As Van Meter went 5, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. The pitch, it is a fastball called strike 2. Van Meter, 83 pitches tonight, 58 strikes. Pugliese last night, 7-pitch inning. Fires, and a swing and a fly foul the other way down the right field side that'll land in the front of the picnic area. 6, 7, 8 due up. Valentin is 0 for 2. Now we've been told that the Road Warriors have Gustavo Pierre loosening in their bullpen. It's the pitch, swing, and it's tapped against the foot of Valentin, a foul ball. So we may have another position player coming into pitch. But meanwhile, it's Pugliese looking to stay sharp. He has been excellent. And he winds, deals, misses down and away, 1-2. Overall, he's 3-1, 2.48 ERA, 24 outings. On deals, and it just missed low, 2-2. Last night was His 11th straight scoreless outing spanning 15 innings. He fires, and a fly ball straight away center. Harris right there, hardly has to move. He will back up a couple of strides and put it away. One down. Are you tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea or sleepless nights due to your CPAP? Dr. Bell may have an option to help you. Make your appointment today and let Dr. Bell help determine which treatment is best for you. Call 717-316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. York Dental Sleep Therapy, 450 West Market Street in Hellam. Here's Daniel Aldrich, who swings and misses. First pitch fastball. He has struck out both times tonight. He was the K-man. 0-1. It is in by his feet as he skips back out of the way. Revs leading at 14-4 here. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Somerset trails 4-3 at Lancaster in the 5th in Game 1. Pitch is scraped foul. Changeup off the plate away, and Aldrich just nicked it off the end of the bat. 1-2 on him. And Pugliese fires. Swing and a miss. He got him on a high fastball. 2 up, 2 down, and Aldrich has been struck out for the 3rd time in as many at-bats tonight. Other scores, Long Island leads New Britain 2-1 in the 5th. Sugarland up 3-0 at Southern Maryland in the 5th. Now here's Escobar. First pitch is beaten foul over by the third base on deck area. He is struck out and grounded out tonight. (0-1) and another tap foul over toward the on-deck hitter Hibbert. Now Pugliese really has had opposing hitters off balance. A lot of the time it's the changeup, has him out on that front foot. There's the 0-2 and a foul tip to the backstop. And again, we'll hear from both Mace and Mitch Atkins between games, but one thing Mace said about Pugliese is that what he did last night is not easy. To go from thinking somebody else is in, he deals, and a ground ball down to third. Near the line is Castillo, kind of an in-between backhand. He gloves it and guns it across. Shows off the cannon, and it's a 1-2-3 6th inning fly out, strikeout, ground out for James Pugliese, who is on point again. That is his 16th consecutive scoreless inning over his last 12 outings. We go to the bottom of the 6th in Game 1. Revs well in control. It's 14-4.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC, 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia, NMLS ID 2925, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. business. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
It is infielder Gustavo Pierre, who is the new pitcher for the Road Warriors. He was not in tonight's starting lineup, but I would imagine he will be in Game 2. He's one of their key cogs. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Revs lead at 14-4. Pierre making his second appearance this season. His ERA is 13.50. 2/3 of an inning, 1 run. Gave up a home run. It's the 10th outing of his pro career, and he made 1 appearance for the Gulf Coast League Blue Jays in 2015. That was a perfect inning. And then he made 8 appearances for the Single-A Lansing Lugnuts in the Blue Jays system in 2016. First pitch to Henry Castillo is swung on and missed. And he comes out throwing pretty well. So the Blue Jays did try him in that role. But with Lansing, he went 1-1 with a 10.97 ERA. About a walk per inning, a little over a hit per inning, a little over a run per inning. There's the 0-1, swing and a miss, and he can throw smoke. The gun is hidden from our view right now, but it looks like he's letting it rip pretty well. In his pro career, 1-1 with a 10.03 ERA in 9 outings. And he fires a slider down and in. Castillo went stumbling across the plate after protecting the feet. So this is not your position player coming in and lobbing it up there like slow pitch batting practice to a youngster in the backyard. Pierre has a couple of pitches. Here's the 1-2 and a foul back off the net. And from here, it looks like the velocity on the fastball is pretty good. He came up through the Blue Jays system, reaching Double-A as a position player. And briefly with the Phillies at Double-A Reading a few years back as well. The 1-2. That's inside as Castillo flinches back. Henry tonight is 2 for 3 with an RBI triple and an RBI double. The Revs with 15 hits offensively. They have not scored the last 2 innings. They had 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 7 in the third. And Pierre with the 2-2. That's in tight. One thing he is not afraid to do is pitch inside. And Castillo, I think on all 3 balls in this at bat, now 3-2, he has had to back away. Works at full, leading off the inning. Pierre, closed stance on the stretch. He fires, and it's fouled against the net. This is not batting practice facing him.
No, and he's got some pretty good form out there. He's built like a pitcher, tall and lanky. And even the way he just gets ready for the pitch, stares in at the catcher, he looks like an actual pitcher out there.
Now nods yes, comes set, and deals. And he missed high, and Castillo works his way on. Leadoff walk to start the bottom of the 6th. He's on for the 3rd time tonight. Pierre listed as a third baseman, shortstop, and left fielder. Dominican Republic native, first signed with the Blue Jays. As a hitter, he's a career .245 hitter, 39 homers. This year, .268, 13 home runs. He's in the Can-Am League with Ottawa last year after several years in the Blue Jays system. Here's Alonso. First one is down and away. That's a ball. Harris, 3 for 4 tonight. 4 RBIs, 3-run homer in the 3rd. After an RBI single in the second, 3 runs scored. A 1-0. That's high and tight. He was loading up, but then had to adjust and back away. Revs lead at 14-4 here in the 6th inning. It looks like Pugliese will still be in the 7th. The 2-0 and a broken bat. Shot on a hop at short. Martinez flips to second, and Rodriguez will fake and hold on to it as they get the lead out and the broken bat. Fielder's choice. I guess Pugliese, who's been working quick inning after quick inning, they'll let him go another one and save everybody else for game 2 if needed. Hopefully not, as Big Rob gets ready to go in game 2.
Man, maybe Rob can go the distance. You won't need anybody else. But Pugliese is cruising. I understand the decision to leave him back out there.
Here's Casilla, who backs away, pitch high.
I mean, it is a game where you could get some other guys some work, but using as little pitchers as possible is also a positive.
1-0, and that misses high.
There's few pitchers possible, I should say.
Alexi tonight, 3 for 4, 3 runs scored. His average up to 332. He's climbed 4 points tonight. That would put him 2nd in the league. Had a bunt hit early in the game. 2-0. And Pierre pours that one across for a strike. 1 on, 1 out. He's faced a couple of hot hitters so far. Revs don't have a hit off of him yet. He fires, and a ground ball to second to his left as Rodriguez throws back to short, and now Martinez will gun it to first, but a little late as Alexi beats it out. The fact that Rodriguez had to go to his left, pivot, and throw back allowed Casilla to avoid the double play, legs it out at first. Inning continues for Melky Mesa.
We'll get another opportunity for the Milkman to drive in a run or do a damage of any kind. We see it all the time. What was it just a few days ago? Which team threw out a position player against us? And I remember everyone, the dugout was giving Castillo a hard time because he made an out or popped up or something.
Yeah, here's a line drive and a base hit into left center. As Casilla trots ahead to second, Mesa is on with his 2nd hit. It was Long Island Vega.
That's right. And Vega threw a scoreless inning in that game. None of their other pitchers had. He might have even gone 1, 2, 3. I'll have to check my book, but Castillo made an out and the dugout was letting him hear it.
Revs just got their 16th hit tonight. That'll get Nash to the plate.
Oh, Castillo struck out swinging against Vega. Vega put him down 1, 2, 3.
First pitch to Nash, swing and a ground ball under the glove of Valentin at first, into right field, and Casilla around third to score. Mesa goes to third, Nash hustling into second. It is 15-4. Did they score that?
I think they gave it a hit.
RBI double for Telvin Nash, and he has now driven in 27 in 29 games played, staying close to that 1 per game pace. Hit sharply and toward the line, and Valentin never got down, never touched it. It was close to him, so I didn't know which way they would go. But
yeah, it looked like maybe he brought the glove up a little too early, but either way, it's a ball where Nash is going the other way, Valentin off the line a little bit, and it might have snuck by him. But a hard hit ball for Nash. It's good to see him going the other way with authority.
Here's Tejeda. And first pitch, swing and a line drive over the leap of Martinez at short. It's a base hit. Mesa in to score, 16-4. And Tejeda with his 2nd hit and 2nd RBI tonight, 2 for 4.
Well, the rally continues. Just no quit. Couple innings where the Revs didn't score any runs, and then they come back in the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, I get it. It's a position player out there, but still finding ways to score runs.
By the way, Casilla's 4th run scored of the night on Nash's double. ties Mesa for the Revs' season best. Here's Dotel. 1st and 3rd, he takes low. 18 hits. And this Revs offense, I know it's Pierre, but they just wear out opposing arms. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball in, and Dotel was trying to kill it. He has to walk away after that swing.
It's a season high 16 runs in a 7-inning game for the Revs this year. 6 guys with multiple RBIs in this one. No, I think it's 5.
5.5. Here's a fastball for a called strike.
It is 5.
The over-under was 5.5.
Did you bet the under?
No, I lost.
That's a high over-under.
Now Pierre the stretch. Here's the 1-2. Oh man, a foul tip absolutely smoked Escobar. Hit him in the side of the face mask and knocked it off, and he reached toward his left ear as Dotel stands there and checks on him. I wonder if he's got an earring that... he's got his left hand to his ear. Their athletic trainer, Jeremy Bender, is out to have a look, but right now Escobar not letting anybody look.
Well, that ball was smoked. It doesn't matter where it hits you in the helmet or how protective that helmet is. You got to worry about a concussion or just some dizziness, whatever it is. That's a scary thing to see on a baseball field. But it is odd, though. I agree with you that they're looking mainly at just his ear.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got an earring in there that got compressed. It's like he's going to be all right. But sometimes those shots to the side of the face mask are some of the worst, certainly to look at. It really looked jarring from here.
And he's lucky he's got the hockey style catcher's mask on. Otherwise, that two-piece mask doesn't protect as much there.
He will stay in. 1-2 on Dotel. He's 2 for 3 on his night. Pierre with the pitch. Fastball called third on the outside corner. The Pierre ends his inning with a strikeout, but not before the Revs put up 2 more. And they do it on 3 more hits. 2 runners left. We'll go to the 7th. As the Revs are 3 outs away from making it 9 wins in the last 11. They lead the Road Warriors 16-4.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Revs Time meets School Pride on Saturday, September 15th. It's High School Spirit Night at PeoplesBank Park, presented by UPMC Pinnacle. Cheer on your school and the spirited on-field performances of area cheer squads in the penultimate game of the York Revolution's 2018 season. Then stick around for the last fireworks show of the season, launched from center field. High School Spirit Night, Saturday, September 15th. Get tickets before they're gone. Visit YorkRevolution.com or call 717-801-HITS.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Head of the 7th inning, Revs 3 outs away from making it 9 wins in the last 11. And by the way, a new season best, 7 games over 500, as they lead it 16-4. James Pugliese will stay in after another 1-2-3 inning for himself in the 6th. Matt Hibbert will lead it off, 1 for 2, strikeout and a homer. First pitch is beaten foul at the plate. Revs with 16 runs, 18 hits, no errors. Road Warriors 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Game 2 of the doubleheader, Robert Carson against Mariel Checo coming up. The 0-1, swing and a miss, fastball. And a good one from Pugliese. The thing about his outing last night, he came in, he had to warm up with everybody watching. Sometimes you want to rush. He deals, and that's low. And that was when Gomez was lifted after 1 pitch. He got himself ready, had a great inning. Here's the 1-2. And a check, and Hibbert went in the dirt, smothered by Tejeda, who will stand right in the base path in front of home plate and wait for Hibbert to make a choice. Run toward Tejeda or go away. And he chose the latter.
Good job by Pugliese. Get the leadoff man again. He's had one of the best runs by a reliever in the league this year. It's not just, among the team best runs that the Revs have seen this year, but you go up and down the relievers that this league has seen this year, and the run Pugliese is on right now is up there.
Here's Osvaldo Martinez. First one is outside off the glove of Tejeda. It is the best stretch for a Revs reliever this season. Innings and outings scoreless. And now he is trying to retire Martinez for the first time tonight. Here's the 1-0. And that misses away. Martinez a single, 2 walks, and a run scored. After going 3 for 4 in last night's game. 2-0. And there's a called strike. Revs looking to go to 19-10 since August 4th. Here's a pop-up, change-up, and Pugliese might do it himself. At the front of the mound, he does. The old P-1 in the scorebook. And before the corner infielders could get there, he was calling. That's an athlete right there. He wanted that one, 2 down.
Sure, and I mean, if the fielders aren't there, you got to take it yourself, and why not? When pitchers catch pop-ups, I always think back to when Cliff Lee nonchalantly caught that pop-up in Game 1 of the World Series in 09. Just stood on the mound. He's throwing a gem. So, put his hand out like, I guess no one can see it. I can't really say it like this because no one can see it. But just put his hand out and the ball plopped right in.
Here's Melvin Rodriguez as Pugliese bounces one to the screen.
This is where we need some in-booth camera shots so I can demonstrate things.
Lee looked bothered by the pop-up when he caught it. Annoyed.
I got to do this now.
And Nash was giving Pugliese some guff. The 1-0. And a fastball up and in just missed. He's probably telling him, know your role. There's the 2-0. And a bouncing ball, second base. Alexi waits back, gloves, fires, game over. And the Revs continue to roll as they blow out the Road Warriors in Game 1. It is a 16-4 final score. What a performance.
Really, really sound win right there. They took it to them. They made it count. And from the start, I think you knew this was going to be an offensive explosion. 2 runs in the first, jumping on Rodriguez, the starter, early, and then that 5-run second. I don't think we expected a 7-run third after that, but I think also we weren't surprised at all by it. I mean, that's what this team does. When they get on a roll, they keep hitting, and it's 1 through 9. I'm really impressed with, whoever leads off the inning is able to start a rally for this team, whether it's reaching on a hit or an error, a walk. Dent reached on a walk to start that 7-run third, but it doesn't matter who's leading off an inning, they can get something started.
James Pugliese just made it 17 straight scoreless innings, which gets into the top 10 in Revs history. It is tied for 9th as he goes 6 up, 6 down in relief after going 3 up, 3 down a night ago. And the Revs win it in blowout fashion in game 1 of this doubleheader. 16-4 is the final. They've won 5 of the last 6, 9 of the last 11, 19-10 since August 4th. And it's another new season best, 7 games over 500, 61 and 54. Also now 11 games above 500 at home, 37 and 26. 16-4, your final score. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community.